Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Wednesday, January the 3rd. Well, let's dive right in. It was good, everybody. I mean to tell you, it was good. So I'm going to start with the real juicy stuff first. Woo! Sunny was sunny. I mean, Nina stood there. He goes, Nina, because Michael said it was Nina. And he turned and he looked at her, and she had that look on her face. He goes, is it true? And she said, Sonny, I can explain. You turned in Carly and Drew to the SEC? And Willow is like, because it stunned her. She goes, wait, what? And she goes, oh my God, is, is that true? And so she looked at Michael. She goes, how long have you known? See, and she could say that because she heard him tell Sonny who it was. And he goes, since October. She said, you've known for months and you didn't tell me? She said, I can't. I just can't. She walked out of there, turned and walked out of there. Okay. Now, Michael heads right after her. He looks at Sonny and like Sonny's kind of like, yeah, I better go. Sonny's thinking, I'll get back at you later, right? But I got to deal with this little snake amongst me. So Michael, Willow. And he goes, so you think you've destroyed enough yet? And she turned and she goes, Sonny, I've got, I got to explain. He goes, how do you explain it? How can you explain it? You, out of pure spite, he told her, wanted to send the mother of my child, Donna. You sent the father of Scout to jail. I didn't mean for that to happen. And he goes, I didn't mean for that to happen. It happened. Oh, man. Sonny was Sonny. He goes, it happened. You really meant it to be Carly. That's who you really wanted. That's why I said out of spite. Well, no, no, Sonny. Here's the thing. Drew and Carly committed a crime. They did do insider trading. He looked at her and he said, but it wasn't even them they wanted. And she just looked at him. And he said, and bottom line, they had pretty much dropped it because they couldn't get me. And you did it. Sonny. And so he goes to walk away. And she goes, I can explain. He goes, I wouldn't believe a word that came out of your mouth. She's like, oh no. So he walks by her and she goes to grab Sonny, Sonny. And he goes, don't touch me. Don't you touch me. And she's just like, oh my God. She goes, but I'm sorry. Oh, you're sorry. You're sorry. He says, I tell you what, I know who you gonna have to tell you sorry to. And she looked at him and she goes, like who? She goes, you want me to go and apologize to Carly? He goes, yeah. And she goes, right now it's very, very late because it's after midnight, right? She goes, You want me to do it now? He goes, yeah. And she's like, oh, oh, I see. You want me to apologize? Oh, but before she did that, she started to try to justify why she did because Carly made sure she took time away from me and my. And he goes, I don't want to. It has nothing to do with that. It was spite. That's why you did it. But anyway, she goes, oh, you want me to go apologize to Carly because you know Carly is going to be cruel and Carly is going to say things to cut me down that you can't bring yourself to tell me. And Sonny's walking towards the stairs to go out. He says that you can't bring yourself to say to me because you still love me. And he looked at her. He goes, I'm getting out of here because I don't want you in my sight. And so he's turning and he's getting ready to go up the stairs. And she goes, Sonny. And Nina kind of had that crazy, she get, Sonny, it ain't over yet, Sonny, because I won't let it be. And I thought, oh my goodness, there goes Sybil, right? She did everything but spin her little bubble head around with that stick and the look in her eyes like, you ain't walking away from me. See, it's good. Nina knows nothing about Sonny's business. Nothing, right? And he just, when she said that, he just looked at her and he had his hands like I can't believe this. And he walks out. Now we've got Willow on the dock with Michael. And Willow is letting him have it. Our relationship is supposed to be built on trust and honesty. And you kept this from me? He goes, I was trying to protect you, Willow. I'm not a porcelain doll that needs protecting. She goes, how we're not supposed to keep secrets. And he looked at her, he goes, oh, like you keeping the secret that you had cancer? If you keeping that secret? That was different and you know it. He goes, no, you said you wanted to protect me. Well, Willow, I wanted to protect you too. Okay. Our our methods were wrong. I should have told you. He said, but we had the right reasons in mind. I saw you were getting closer and I saw you were happy, and I did not want to rip that away from you. And I did not want to rip my father's happiness. As much as I hated Nina, I did not want to rip his happiness from him either. And she goes, what do you mean? You saw me and Nina getting closer. We didn't have this hug it out mother daughter relationship. As a matter of fact, for the different family events we tried to have, she thought of reasons not to go. She was working, she was busy. She goes, in fact, Michael, we've actually spent very little time together. And then she turned and she looked at him. She says, wait a minute. Every time Nina has to back out or she made excuses why she couldn't come, you had a look on your face. Mm. See, they didn't get to it yet. I think tomorrow we're going to get to him having to say he was blackmailing her. And look, Michael, you better come clean on that because as soon as Nina talks to her, Michael was blackmailing me. You better tell her. I used it as leverage. I used it as leverage because I didn't want her to get too close. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be good. It was already good. Ooh, I just wanted Sonny to really unleash the way Sonny has, and he did. He absolutely did. So then we had a lot of Carly, in and out with Carly and Drew. And Drew told Lucas and came back, and Carly was going to tell Michael and Jocelyn, but Drew convinced her to just take a couple hours because Lucas is not going to make no big announcement. Take a couple hours, collect yourself, so you could just feel how you need to feel right now for the next few hours. Don't even have to worry about being strong for your kids. So she took his advice, but then she was looking at her album and she flashed back to Bobby. And while Martin, Laura, and Lucy were at the PC Grill, and Lucy spent the whole time at the counter with Scott, and Martin and Laura were talking about it. And Kevin says, "Boy, you cool with your date being like over there on?" He goes, you know what? If my Lucy can put up with ex-wives 1 through 3, I could put up with her ex too, right? He goes, that doesn't bother me. And so they took a selfie, to New Year's Day, or yeah, because it's now New Year's Day, selfie, brand new New Year's Day. Um, and he says, look, my Lucy knows I have a conference call in China, and right now, this is just the time, 8 a.m., gotta go to make this call. Happy New Year to both of you. And he waves at Lucy and she waves back. And Scott and Lucy still stay at the counter. Well, Laura's phone rings and it's Lucas. Lucas was trying to get Lucky's number. And I'm trying to figure out, why would he want Lucky's number? I forget. Bobby was Lucky's aunt. So he's getting ready to tell Lucky, which was Luke's son, so that, take that burden away from Cardi. He's going to tell Luke's son. And he needed Lucky's number, so that's why he was calling Laura, and he told Laura. And the look on Laura's face was like, and I think Lucy glanced that way, or Scott, and they're like, what's going on over there? And they both were looking, and they're like, okay. So they walk over to the table, and Laura hangs up with this dazed look on her face, like, oh my. And they're like, what's wrong, Laura? What happened? What's the matter? And she goes, sorry, Scott. Bobby is dead. And he looks and he was, wait, what? And Kevin is like, what? And Lucy's like, what? So they sit down and they have their reminiscing scenes. Scott, as a matter of fact, the picture right there in the top right, she was on a date with Scott. And the picture in the top left, she was actually talking to Lucy, and it had something to do with um, BJ's death. BJ donate. They ended up donating BJ's heart to Maxie, Felicia's daughter. And that top left scene was a young Bobby talking to Felicia right after it happened, and Felicia saying, "Could she get just a hug?" And Bobby's like, "Yeah." So, and then Cardi was looking at the wedding picture, one of her minis that her mother was standing next to her at. Um, I don't know if that's the one with her and Jason, but anyway, no, I don't think she wouldn't have that wedding picture up. It's probably one of the ones with her and Sonny. So anyway, they all give a toast to Bobby. We all have our reminiscence, and even Laura had her flashback of Bobby. She goes, Bobby was like a sister to me. She was. So that was good. And we look, they're building up a bunch of remembering Bobby. That's good. This is really going up to because look, the episode actually airs on the 10th and the 11th is the memorial service. So we're going to get a lot of good flashbacks from now until then. And then we have, look, everybody, unbelievable. Oh, and at the end of the show, Drew's getting ready to go to call the embassy because he's arranging for Bobby's body to be flown home. And the doorbell, let's knock on the door, bang, bang, bang. We're talking after midnight. So Carly's like, who could? And she goes to the door and it's Nina just looking at her. Carly's still got teary eyes. Nina's not going to be able to read the room. Watch. We'll see. But I hope she tells her so Carly could just unleash on her. Unleash some of that grief she's feeling about her mother, finding out her mother just died. Because Nina's not going to be able to tell Carly's clearly upset, right? So we'll see how that goes. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good tomorrow. So now, another shocker. Nicholas just appears out the blue. Ava decides to have the bodyguard take the employee, supposed to be walking her to her car, right? Soon as they leave, Nicholas comes in, puts his hand around Ava's mouth, and she pulls away. He better be lucky her purse wasn't closed, because she would have pulled out her gun and shot him. And she goes, Nicholas, and oh, he's looking at her. So Ava, first he's just Ava, and blah blah blah. And so they're talking, and she's like, "Oh yeah, so what brings you back, now?" And he's like, "I'm back because I heard Austin was killed." And she goes, "And what are you here to frame me for it? Did you do it?" He goes, "Did I do?" No, he goes, "I heard Austin was killed, right?" And so she goes, "Did you do it?" He goes, "What do you mean, did I do it? I would never kill." And that's one thing we were saying. Nicholas is not a killer. He's a framer and a blackmailer, but not a killer. And so he said something else. He goes, have you been stalking me? Did you have the gun planted in my apartment? He goes, "What gun? What are you talking about?" And she goes, "You know what? For some strange reason, I honestly believe you don't know anything." And he goes, "That's because I don't." He said, "I could stay away as long as I knew Austin was looking out for you and protecting you. Now, with nobody looking out for you, I came back." And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, right? She goes, "What? You came back to try to threaten me again? Take my daughter again?" And he goes, "I would never follow through with anything like that." And she goes, "Yeah, sure you wouldn't." He goes, "Ava, I would never take Avery." And I'm thinking, you doggone right, because Sonny would kill you dead where you stand. Stupid, right? And so she goes, "Well, you certainly made me think you were." And the funny thing is, he never really addressed, "Yeah, but you left me for dead." Because guess what? How would he know? All he knows, let's think about it. All he knows is he turned around to leave and it was lights out. Until somehow he came 2 weeks later, because Austin was nursing him back to health. Now, Austin did say, "Yeah, she thought she killed you. It's cruel of you to let her still think she's done it." And he wanted her tortured, right? So he goes, "Ava," and then he went right back to his same puppy dog sniffing up her skirt look. "Ava, we've done a lot of things to each other. We have. I'm sorry for being manipulated by Esme." And she goes, "Well, I'm sorry too." She goes, "But the one good thing is," he goes, "Ryan Chamberlain is dead. We both were victims, Ava. We both were victim of Ryan and Esme. I'm just so sorry that I was too weak and I gave in." And he's standing there kind of like, "Please take me back, please, please." You know how brought this to mind in the Shrek movies. Do you remember Puss in Boots? Antonio Banderas plays little Puss in Boots. And whenever he wanted people to believe him, he turned his cat eyes into these beautiful little puppy dog eyes. And everybody was mesmerized by the puppy dog. Nicholas looked at Ava, "Sorry, but we were so good together." And she's like, "We were toxic." And I'm thinking, he's trying to get back together with her on this one conversation. He's not even trying to woo her back. And I think he is the one that bought Spoon Island. I really believe he did. And so she goes, "No." She goes, "But we had good." She goes, "Yes, we did have some good times together, but then we just turned dark." And he goes, "Well, do you think if Ryan and Esme hadn't targeted us, do you think we still would be together?" And so she goes, "I don't know." She goes, "No." Then she goes, "No, because we were toxic together." Toxic. So look, they both left because she goes, I loved you though. And she goes, and I loved you too. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what are we doing, people? So then he goes, you know what? Ryan Chamberlain got what he deserved. He said, but Esme never got what she deserved. Because Nina said, Esme's walking around not remembering none of the things that she's done. And that's what Nicholas said, you know what? Ryan got what he deserved, but Esme never got what she deserved. Let's make her pay. And Ava does one of those. What you say, look? Make her pay. So they're going to be working together to get it. Oh, come on, Nicholas. They did a whole look. She forgave him 2 seconds after seeing him. But he's back. So now we're going to have that idiot making idiotic decisions again. And Spencer's going to go ballistic. Ballistic, right? That his father's back and is going to try to do a claim on Ace. And then we also, what was cute, Brooklyn was talking to Tracy. Scott's just blowing up her phone, blowing up her phone. And Scott's telling Lucy how, yeah, the plan is working. He's actually flirting with Tracy and blah, blah, blah. And he knows it's working. And so she told Brooklyn, because Brooklyn kept hearing these texts, and then she's reading them, and she goes, Granny, he's flirting with you. What? And Tracy was kind of getting uh, a little, maybe he, flirting with me. So Brooklyn said, it's time, look, Granny, come here, give me your phone. It's time for you to get on the gram, right? Meaning Instagram. And she goes, I don't do social media like that. She goes, yes, you're going to, because you need to be able to follow people. You need to be able to see what they do so that give you a better insight, right? So later, Brooklyn and Chase are gone. Tracy's looking at Instagram and she sees the picture of Laura, Kevin, Martin, saying Happy New Year in the restaurant. And in the back at the bar, right there is Lucy and Scott. And they got their hands together and Scott's showing her the text messages on his phone. And Tracy goes, gotcha. So now this is going to be good. Tracy is going to be stringing him along, playing them both for a fool. And I hope Lucy ends up out in the cold. She thinks she could take on Tracy Quartermain. I can't wait for Lucy to get what she has got coming to her. Oh, and you know what? One thing, right? Ryan. Oh my God. I insist on calling Cameron Matheson the actor who plays Drew, because really he's still playing Ryan. He acts the same. I insist on calling him Ryan from All My Children. Anyway, Drew was talking to Carly, and he was saying, because Carly was saying how she wished she had been there had she stayed on the phone. The grief. I wish I coulda, shoulda. And he said, Carly, Bobby died peacefully in her sleep. So that's the story they're giving. She died peacefully in her sleep. That's how that's happened. So anyway, everybody, that's it. That's it for today's episode of General Hospital. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital. Let's go to Comment Corner. Comment Corner. I'm not going to be able to get to them all today, everybody, because we've got goodness. I think it's at 64, but I'm going to hurry and get through some of these comments. We have Cheryl says, love today's episode. Nikisha says, your hair is lovely. Oh, you mean at the beginning when I have my actual gray hair out? Yep, for the hot second, everybody, right? And then we have Linda says, I think Drew is turning. Why is that box up there? Turning into his brother Jason because his attitude is changing. Drew, excuse me. Drew isn't the peacemaker like before he was kidnapped by Victor Cassadine. Drew's nothing like Jason. But anyway, I'm start cough. Where's my cough drops? I'm gonna have to give me some cough drops, everybody. Hang on for one quick second here. And then P. Merle says the Cassadines and the Q got his Navy SEAL fired up. Michael says, I swear you're right. I have been saying that for a while now that Drew is changing right in front of our eyes. DB says he could never be Stone Cold. You are right. He could never be Stone Cold, DB. Nobody can be my Jason. And then Lucy says, bravo, cast, crew, writers, set directors for a super first GH episode of 2024. You are right. And DB says to that comment, definitely go time. They're doing a good job. And I applaud them. Alicia says, love the gray daily recap lady. You need to own it and rock it. Thank you, Alicia. I just am not ready yet. Anita says, when Daily Recap Lady is ready to display her gray, she will. Thank you, Anita. She does not have to embrace the gray today or tomorrow or years from now, but because because other women have. It's a personal choice, in my opinion. It's in 2024. It is 2024. Whatever makes a person happy. You know what? Anita, you're right about that, and thank you so much. Um, but the only reason I'm torn is I am moving to wanting to. And believe it or not, in my everyday, when I leave my house, I do not, I'm rocking my short gray. I'm completely comfortable being out in public. People that don't know me, that's what my hair looks like. But when I'm in my professional business and I'm on webinars and things like that, I don't have my gray show. I don't. I'm not ready for that yet. And Eduardo says it was the original understudy for Sam the first time around and did so well, she got called back again. Yes, she does nice work. And DL says, when Sam came on the show in 2020, no, 2003, Lindsay Hartley was already in her tenure on Passions as Teresa. Um, and then we have I am says, you're so beautiful. I love your gray hair. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. I am. Anne says, why is everyone protecting Nina? Olivia was a better friend to Nina than she was to Carly. Olivia sacrificed her own husband by allowing him to be blamed for the SE. And we have Sandy says, I'm wondering the same thing. What the eight? WTH would Olivia protecting needy Nina and getting so upset when Lois for clearing Ned's name? Linda says Olivia used to be something like Lois. She was a lot like Lois. What changed her? I think having her baby. I think having Leo. You are right. Olivia is a better friend to Nina than her best friend, Carly. Carly has so much loss in her life. She lost her money, the MetroCourt, her husband, and now her mom. What else could happen to her? Nina fans are saying Carly has not paid, but I say yes. Carly has. Carly has with that much loss. Come on. And then Michelle says, I swear you're right about Olivia. She was never Carly's friend all the way. Uh, when she pulled down Lois, when she pulled down Lois's throat about telling Sonny the truth, her her A word never um wait never Lois' friend either, or was never Lois's friend either. DB says exactly. I'm thinking they all want Sonny with Nina, so they have so they can have a little piece of him. If he is with Carly, she calls the shots. Carly didn't call the shots, but Carly does what Carly wants to do. Dacia says, Michael should let Willow hear the recording first before he decides to blackmail or decided to blackmail Nina. He should have let Willow know first. He should have let Willow know first, but Willow never would have let him blackmail Nina. P. Merle says, wow, did Carly have to get hit with a double emotionally devastating whammy? I hope they don't delay telling her about the SEC. The fallout will be huge. Drew's reaction will be interesting since he's um, become tired of being Mr. Nice Guy. I hope he at least fires Nina and gets a wait, not a great way to begin a new year in Port Charles. And then Sandy says Bobby's death will soften the blow to Nina. It will take the sting away. Um, Carly won't have enough energy to really give Nina what she deserves. I think so too. She's not going to be able to. And then Linda says, I forgot to mention that I think it might be Julian warning Ava. No, it wasn't Julian. Julian's dead. Excuse me. I'm hearing that the actor Julian might still be alive, even though we saw his dead body. Because this could be Nicholas warning Ava. It was definitely Nicholas. I am says Sam's replacement is Lindsay Hartley. She played on Passions and All My Children. I'm not mad at Lois at all. Sunny had a right to know. As a friend, we're supposed to be honest with one another. I admit she did it sneakily, but it needed to be told. I'm not mad she brought up Lois. Uh, I'm I'm not mad she brought up Lois' secret keeping from Sunny. It's a reminder. You mean she brought up Olivia's secret keep? That's what it is. Keeping from Sunny. It's a reminder that secrets from Sunny are a no-no. I understand Olivia thinking of the family, but she threw Ned under the bus for Nina, not Sunny. Michael and Willow will be fine. Funny they dropped Willow's dreams of her mother trying to warn her. I know. What were those dreams about? Um, I cried when I saw tears in Carly's eyes. Oh, when she was remembering her mother. Yeah, I know. And then LaShawn says Lindsay Hartley, she was on Passions and Days of Our Lives. I have seen her in some Lifetime movies. And then Lisa says, Daily Recap Lady, your hair was fine. Don't go natural if you're not comfortable. I like it when you are relaxed. You're beautiful however your hair is. Thank you, Lisa. I like it when, wait, you remember here it is. When you were on vacation, you wore it down. It was beautiful. Well, Lisa, when I was on vacation last year in Dubai, those were actually braids. They're just braided like about an inch and then the hair is curly. My hair has been short for years. But you know what? When you're doing certain things, you either putting on a wig or you're getting some braids to get glammed up. I can change my look, okay? Sometimes 30 is the new 60. Lisa says, yes, Sam needs to tell Drew that he is making Scout have nightmares about that stupid school. Nina got mad because she told Nina oh, you mean because she told Carly she would not, oh, Carly told Nina she would not influence Willow either way. Lois was right. Sunny has a right to know it was Nina. Olivia is going to have major issues with Carly. Yes, she is. Michael is um, ho humming like Nina. I know Michael could not spit out the truth. That was just driving me crazy. He can't spit it out. Oh my goodness. If looks could kill, Nina would be dead. Sunny was glaring at her. Willow has not caught on yet that her husband and Nina have been lying to her. Yes, she caught on soon enough. Willow will forgive Michael and throw and know he was trying to spare her feelings. Nobody will understand why Sunny gets back with Nina. I believe Sunny will get back with Nina. I really do, unfortunately. Lisa says Lois and Olivia are going to have major issues. Their friendship will take a big hit. DB says, did Lois lie? Carly Is Olivia's friend too. And then the last comment I'm going to read, everybody, is from Ron. Ron says, unless they continue to stretch it out, Michael is indeed in trouble with Nina. Wait, oh, really? Yeah. It'll all hit the fan when it comes out. Um, when she came, wait, when it came out when she came in. Um, and now all she can do is hope Sonny will forgive her. And now they bring up her mother's death on New Year's Day, meaning Carly's mother's death on New Year's Day in Port Charles. Carly starts the new year off with bad news all the way around. Well, that's it, everybody. That's it. I definitely went 14 minutes into the 10-minute comment corner, and there was a whole bunch more comments. Thank you for all the comments for 2024. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. I'll be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.